So this is the video summary for chapter 5's or for chapter 5 and 6. In chapter 5, we started out by covering the Constitution, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's just the Constitution of the United States. And then we moved on to federalism, which is like the system the United States uses, which is like the balance of power between the main federal government and the states, and then local governments. Next is the Supremacy Clause, which is in the U.S. Constitution. So all the laws and treaties of the United States constitute the supreme law of the land. It's just saying that the Constitution is like the main law in the country. Federal preemption states that in an area in which federal regulation is pervasive, state legislation cannot stand. So it's saying that the federal government will outweigh anything that like the state governments can do. It then talks about the separation of powers, which is like the branches of the government, the legislative, executive, and judicial branch, and how they help balance out the powers in the federal government. And then talks about the systems of like the checks and balances, which is used in the separation of powers, how the branches balance each other out. The Commerce Clause in the Constitution empowers Congress to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the states. So then moving on to chapter 6, it covers crime and criminal procedure, which are like the punishments that are given out for causing harm to the public, and determines like the ranges of punishment. It talks about other crimes like treason, felonies, misdemeanors, and petty crimes. The Miranda rights, which police by law have to state anytime they are making an arrest. Burden of proof, defenses, then the steps of a criminal prosecution, like from appeal to a trial, an arraignment, and then all that stuff. And that's pretty much the basics for chapter 5 and 6. So